welcome to yoga. So, over the years, a lot of you have mentioned to me that you really want to try yoga, but you're not flexible enough, or you're not strong enough, you don't have good balance, you don't have time, right? You're so busy. Yeah. Well, the truth is yoga doesn't care. Yoga doesn't care if you're strong or flexible or you have balance. That's why we practice. So I hope that you join me this morning for a beginner's yoga class. Yeah, so my name is Emily. Welcome to Beginner's Flow and Stretch. I'm going to explain everything you need to know, and we can practice together. This is a free class, yeah, but if you enjoy it and you are compelled, by all means, feel free to donate to the recently stay-at-home yoga teachers fund. It would be much appreciated. So, okay, if you have never practiced yoga before, you are in the right place. And if you practice every day, also in the right place. You might want to start, you might want to grab either a block or something about this size, right? And we're going to start in seated meditation. So crisscross yoga sas. And if you want, you can sit on the block. It might feel a little bit more comfortable in your hips. Good. So sit tall. Lengthen your spine, reach the top of your head up. Roll your shoulders around, back, and down. Draw your belly in and up. And begin to connect to your breath. So slow down the rhythm of your breath with a slight pause between every inhale and exhale and inhale. My assistant is here. She'll be practicing with us today. Good. Interlace your fingers and stretch your palms forward and draw your shoulders back. Reach your arms up and lean to one side. It's not about how far you lean, it's about opening this open side, getting space between your ribs. Your power in life comes from your breath. Inhale up, exhale other side. And your lungs go 360 around your body, from the front to the sides to the back. So if we can create a little bit more space in our lungs, a little bit more space for breath, we're creating more space for power. We could all use that right now, right? A little bit more space, sound good? Inhale up. Exhale, release your arms and twist to one side. Let your breath be your guide here. So every time you breathe in, you come out of the twist a little bit, but every time you breathe out, you can twist a little more. One more breath. And then inhale up, exhale other side. Follow your breath. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, reach your arms forward. Walk your arms forward as far as you're comfortable. Yoga is not about being perfect. In fact, yoga is the opposite. It teaches us that there is no perfect. Life is messy. Things are weird. Yoga's messy. Yoga's weird, right? It's a good thing to train. Walk your hands back up. And make your way to tabletop, hands and knees. Take a few cat-cow stretches. So inhale, lift your head and tailbone. Exhale, round your back. Inhale up. Exhale, round. Inhale up. Exhale, round. And come back to center. Take a few lateral stretches. So stick out one hip and look at it over there. Inhale to center, exhale other side. Inhale through center, exhale other side. Inhale through center, exhale other side. And again. And once you've evened up your sides, come back to the center and press back into child's pose. Fully expand your breath. Breathe deep into your lungs so you feel your lungs expand in the front, in the back, on the sides, all the way around. Stretch your hands out wider. Your arms a little longer. And then walk both hands to one side of your mat and pull through your open side. Come back to center. Other side. Come back to center. Reach your arms a little farther, your fingers out wide. Maybe even take your pinky fingers off your mat in a gesture of expansion. Just for a moment, press the spot between your eyebrows down into your mat. In yoga, we call this your third eye chakra, the spot between your eyebrows. It's the center of your intuition, the wisdom you already have. Part of this wisdom you already have teaches you to trust the process. Trust the process. Life is a little weird right now, I get it. And you're not alone. We're all in this together. Millions of us together. I mean, like 6 feet apart, yeah? But also together in our practice. And our practice teaches us to trust the process. Stay with your practice. Stay with your breath. Keep a schedule of things that are healthy and active. And everything, one day, will be okay. Breathe into your center of wisdom that tells you that one day everything will be okay. And we're all in this together. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Spread your hands out and press your hands into the mat. Press the knuckles of your fingers into the mat. Spread your feet out. Maybe your fingers and toes come off of your mat in a gesture of expansion. Go way up on your tippy toes. Move your heart toward your knees. And then lower your heels down. Now your heels don't have to come all the way down to the mat in downward dog. They just go to a place that feels like a nice stretch in your legs. Let your head hang. Breathe big into your lungs. And then walk your feet forward. Keep a bend in your knees. Let your head hang down. You might want to put a block under your hands if your hamstrings are tight. And then press into your feet. Roll up. Slowly, one vertebra at a time. Reach up. Mountain pose. Stand tall. Mountain pose is the most authentic version of you today. Right? And sometimes it's like, yes. And sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, really again? Yeah, but today it's this. Stand tall. Look at your feet. Are your feet on 12 o'clock? Are they parallel? And that doesn't mean the inside blade or the outside blade. It's kind of that second toe. Is that like your pointer toe? Right? It should be pointing straight ahead. Lift up your toes, spread them out, and plant them down. And then draw your belly button up. Roll your shoulders back and down. Spread out your fingers so you feel the webbing between your hands. Lift the crown of your head up. Now I know I said this is a beginner's class, but I'm going to throw some advanced yoga at you right now. Ready? Advanced yoga. Lift the corners of your mouth. Yeah. Yoga teaches us to find a place of ease in the work. Yeah, we don't smile to make Instagram. Like, what is that anyway? We smile to bring ease to our life, to our day, to our neighbors 6 feet away. Like that. And research shows that taking a dominant stance, like mountain pose, increases your testosterone levels, that's your confidence, and decreases your cortisol levels, which is your stress. We know that stress causes dis-ease in your body. Dis-ease. Disease. Yes? So if we lower that, we're boosting our immunity. Gosh, that sounds like a good idea. Let's do that. So stand in your mountain with big full inhales, a pause, a big full exhale, and pause. Breathing like this. In the most authentic you there is today. Breathe in, reach up, look up. Breathe out, hinge at the hips, fold all the way down to the floor. And again, you can put a block under your hands to bring the floor a little closer. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Draw your head forward, your tailbone backwards. And then exhale, fold in a little deeper. Inhale, lift, extend. Draw your head forward, your tailbone backward. Exhale, fold in a little deeper. Inhale, extend. Lift your head forward, your tailbone backward. Fold in. Inhale up. This time, come to plank pose, top of a push-up. Top of a push-up, like a plank, piece of wood, okay? So you don't want to be like this, that's not what wood looks like, yeah? And you don't want to be like that, that's like really hard. Plank. Your gaze should be lifted. Draw your belly button to your spine. Press evenly through your hands and feet. Drop your knees down. Chaturanga. So for chaturanga, we bend our elbows to 90 degrees. Okay, this is 90. No more than that. And then press up to cobra. Lift your heart. This is the opposite of staring at my Facebook all day. Yeah, or my phone all day. This is opening your heart to be willing. There's a whole new world in front of us, and it's time to get creative. We need to be open to creating this new world. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Set your feet up. Toes maybe off the mat, fingers off the mat. Breathe deep here. And then walk your feet forward, forward fold. You can use a block under your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Stretch the crown of your head forward, your tailbone back. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, reach up, look up, way up. Exhale, hinge at the hips with a flat back. Fold all the way down. Halfway lift. Plank pose. Chaturanga, knees down or knees up if you can maintain integrity in your elbows. Only bend your elbows to 90 degrees. Cobra, drop your hips, lift your heart. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands, walk, or bend your knees and hop to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Extend. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Plank. Forearm plank. Cobra or Sphinx. So Sphinx, you can stay down on your forearms. Cobra, you press up on your hands. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Return to your breath. Get in the habit of returning to your breath. In downward dog, but like also in life. Look between your hands, come to the front. Halfway lift, fold in. Sit back, chair pose. Chair pose, hands can be at your heart or lifted up. Take a big breath in. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Plank. Forearm plank. Plank. Forearm plank. Plank. Forearm plank. Plank. Chaturanga, either knees down or knees up. Bend your elbows to 90 degrees. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward between your hands. Warrior one, bring your back heel to the ground. Slowly rise up. So you can have your feet in a straight line, like a tightrope. But chances are, like most of us, our hips are a little bit wider than a tightrope. So it would be better to have your feet wider on your mat, like train tracks. It's a lunge, so get low. Press through your back foot, lift through your heart. And your hands can go straight up. You could do goalpost hands. Or your arms can come down behind you. Your hands can go to your heart or behind your back. Wherever your arms are comfortable, great. Spread out your fingers. Like so you feel the webbing between your fingers like that. Good. Plank pose all the way down to the ground. Chaturanga, knees up or down. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Return to your breath. Other side, left foot forward, warrior one. Get your feet wide on your mat. Both heels come down. It's a lunge. Choose your arms. Press through your back foot, lift through your heart, look up. Be brave, warrior. Plank pose. Forearm plank. Plank. Forearm plank. Plank. Forearm plank. Side forearm plank. Reach up, look up. Opportunity is knocking at the door. You have to look up to answer. You can stay face down in the whirlwind of confusion and chaos, or you can choose to look up. Other side, look up. Forearm plank, plank pose. Chaturanga, knees up or down. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Both heels come down. It's a lunge. Look up. Open your hands up and your hips up, warrior two. Take your front hand up to the sky, exalted warrior. And then take your elbow to your knee, side angle pose. Reach. From your pinky toe to your pinky finger, stretch the side of your body, reach. Plank pose, both hands down. Chaturanga, knees up or down. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward, warrior one. Get your feet wide. Get into the lunge. Choose your arms, but light up your hands. open up. Warrior 2. Keep your belly button glued to your spine. Shoulders reach toward each other while your fingers reach away. Exalted warrior. Side angle pose. Stretch from your pinky toe to your pinky finger. Plank. All the way down to the ground. Chaturanga, knees up or down. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands, come to the front. Halfway lift. Fold in. Chair, sit back. Hands can be at your heart or reach up. Big breath in. Big breath out, fold forward. Halfway lift. Plank. Forearm plank. Keep your belly button glued to your spine. Plank. Forearm plank. Plank. Forearm plank. Plank. Side plank. So start by dropping your knee down. And maybe that's good for today, or maybe you want to straighten that bottom leg too. Look up, be brave. Switch sides, start with your knee down. And maybe straighten the bottom leg too. Plank. Chaturanga, knees up or down. Cobra, lift your heart. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands. Bend your knees. Hop to the front. Halfway lift. Fold in. Reach up, way up, look up. Mountain pose. The most authentic you there is today. And that's different now. Yeah? Do you feel how your body feels different now? There's blood flow, circulation, breath, vitality happening in your body right now. Hopefully you can feel the heat within, the fire within. In yoga we call this tapas. It comes from our practice. The good thing about this fire within is it has a tendency to burn off foreign matter. Toxins, viruses, all the things that should be in there, burn away with our practice. So good, I hope you feel that right now. Yeah, cool. Let's do some balancing. So if you know for sure that your balance is challenged, yeah, use a wall. We have walls like all over. This is one thing we have right now, it's a bunch of walls, right? So find one. Use it, or not, whatever, right? Yoga is the practice of being messy and discovering, being an inquiry, seeing what's new, what's possible, what's available. That's why it's so important to stay in the practice right now. You don't want to get in the habit of feeling stuck, right, within your walls. You want to feel free to explore. Let's explore true pose. Ready? Stand tall. Bring one foot up, either foot, and it can come here, kickstand. It could go to your calf. It could go to your inner thigh, or it could go across the front, wherever you feel good and steady. Set your eyeballs on a spot in front of you. Like you've got laser beams coming out of your eyeballs, like that. In yoga, that's called our drishti, our focus. And we use it to find our balance, like out there in the world, but also in our balancing poses. Drishti, focus on a spot. Hug everything into your center line, and then with an inhale, expand. Reach up and out. Good. Could you make a love tree? Could you bring ease into a challenging moment? Oh yeah, look, I can. It's a good thing I practiced that. Good, hug into your center line. And release that foot to the earth. Other side. So again, it could be here, kickstand. Your leg could come to your calf or to your inner thigh or across the front. So for those of you who know me personally, you know that I had a really nasty knee injury. I actually have to hold my leg to keep it here. But that's not my excuse of why I can't try. That's my reason to keep trying. So that maybe, one day, maybe I could let it go. Hug it to center. Inhale, expand. Set your eyeballs on one point, one spot. Love tree. Bring some ease. What we don't want to see is your foot on the side of your knee. That would be bad. Keep it on your muscles, not your joints, yeah? Hug it to center. Release your foot down. Mountain. So cool. Dancer pose. Either side, you're going to pick up your foot behind you with the same hand. Again, use the wall. You can use a wall right in front of you. You can use a wall behind you, out to the side. Like there's a lot of walls. Maybe lift the other hand up. Maybe lift your back foot up. Maybe advanced yoga. Lift the corners of your mouth up. Set your eyeballs on a spot that doesn't move. As you release your back foot, bring the knee forward and put it down with control, intention. Good. Other side. Root down through one foot. Pick the other foot up behind you. Maybe lift your other hand up. Press your back foot up. Maybe lift the corners of your mouth up and be willing to trust the process. If you stay in the work, if you keep yourself healthy and strong and centered, one day, everything's going to be okay. Bring your knee forward and put it down. Good. All right, one more balance. Root down through one foot, pick the other knee up. And you can hold on to your knee. You could squeeze your knee in, or you could take your peace fingers and grab your big toe. Open your leg out to the side. Bring it back to the center. Maybe straighten-ish that leg. Take it out to the side. Bring it back to the center. And again, feel free to hang onto a wall. This is not Olympic yoga. This is beginner yoga. You are allowed to use blocks, props, straps, walls, whatever you need to use to feel like you're getting the most out of the work. Yeah? Good. Other side. You're down through one foot. Pick up the other knee. You can hug the knee in or use your peace fingers to grab your big toe. Open out to the side. Bring it back. Maybe straighten-ish that leg. Take it out. And bring it back. Bend it in. And down. Good, little hula. Good. Awesome. Mountain pose. Come back to your mat. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, extend, reach the top of your head forward, your tailbone back. Plank pose. Top of a push-up. Knees up or down, chaturanga. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Bring your right knee forward. Put it between your hands. Pigeon. Slide your back foot back. So I have my knee pointing forward. Back foot back. If there's a lot of space under that hip, you could wedge a block in there. It would make it more comfortable. That is a deep stretch. Rest into pigeon. Pigeon is the pose of opening up stuck energy. And that energy could be in your hips, or it could be in your soul. If you're feeling stuck and trapped and confused and overwhelmed, use the next few breaths to open up your willingness muscles. Open up to the idea of new possibilities. And those new possibilities will present themselves if you just trust the process. Just trust the process. Do the work. Incorporate some ease. And I promise new possibilities, new opportunities are opening up all around us. So take a few slow breaths in and out, willing to open up to something new. You're kind of already doing that by being here today, aren't you? Yeah, you've already taken a pretty big step. You're on the right path. One more breath. In and out. And then press up on your hands. Plank pose. Other side, other knee forward. And again, if there's a lot of space between your hip and the floor, you could wedge a block under there for some support. Probably feel pretty good. Rest forward. Be open and willing to change with the new world as it evolves. Breathe so big that your back expands. Take one more slow breath in. And then press up on your hands. Bring the back leg around over the front leg, kind of like crisscross yoga sauce, but then keep going till your knees line up, or kind of close to line up, or like way off, but whatever, right? So for some people, it looks like this, with one foot in either hand. Some people, it really feels a lot better to plant the front foot on the ground with your knee up. My knees are still lined up though, right? Same thing. Yeah. This is called Gomukhasana, double cow face pose. Whichever knee is on top, take the other hand up in the air and fold it down your back. Take the opposite hand out to the side with your thumb pointed down and fold it up your back. See what you got back there. Can you reach hands, or could you grab your shirt? You could use a towel or a strap to bring your hands closer together. Lift your heart up. This is a shoulder opener for all of my Facebook friends. Release your arms out to your knee, and we'll switch sides. So for today, we're just going to switch legs. Yeah. Piece of cake. So notice how this side is different than the other. Yeah. That's about to become really apparent. Okay, so maybe your knees line up with one foot in each hand, or maybe it feels better to have the top knee up and your foot planted. It might even just feel better to be in a simple crisscross yoga seat. Either way. Good. Whichever knee is on top, take the opposite hand up and fold it down your back. Take your other hand out to the side with your thumb pointed down, fold it up your back. Oh, the side's different. Yeah. So we're creatures of habit. We like our routine, right? And we tend to do the same thing with our body every day. Like, do you always brush your teeth with the same hand? What? That's so weird. Do you carry the keys in one hand and your water bottle in the other hand every day? Like, that's just how I do it because it makes sense, because this is on that side. Yeah. So like that, we do that every day. And over the years, maybe decades, that pattern of behavior causes one side of our body to store a little more tension, to get tighter than the other side. So in yoga, we often practice working both sides. Yeah, like all the time often. Yeah. Good. Release your arms out and down. Bring both legs in front of you and tap them out. This is an active hamstring massage. Yeah. If you keep your heels on the floor, it feels good. If you're flapping your feet all around, not so much. Good. Seated tree. Fold one foot in, just like we did before. Remember when we were standing up, but now we're sitting down. Kind of easier. Good. Breathe in, lift your heart up. Breathe out, reach your heart forward, and it doesn't matter how far you go. What matters is that you keep your back flat and move your heart forward so that you feel the stretch in your legs and not in your back. You don't want to cause strain in your back. Good, come back up. Switch feet. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale with a flat back, move your heart forward. Doesn't matter how far you go. It matters what you feel. Good, come back up. Bring all of your toes together. Inhale, lift your heart up. Move your heart forward. In this one, it is okay to round your back. Rest in. And then come back up. Make your way down to your back. So lay down with your knees bent. Bring your hands by your sides with your palms face down and bring your heels in close to your hips. The next time you inhale, press your arms down, press your feet down, lift your hips up. Bridge pose. Try to keep your knees in line with your hips. Don't let them splay open. And then come back down. Inhale, bridge, press up. Lower back down. Bring your toes together, take your knees wide, recline butterfly. Return to your breath. And then bring your knees back in line with your hips. Cross one leg over the other, like the fancy people that used to go to restaurants. And let both legs fall to that side. If it's comfortable on your neck, turn your face back the other way. Twist. Twisting is the action of wringing out. Like, imagine a wet towel. And when you wring it out, you twist it out, all the water comes out of it. And that's like you. And yeah, some water comes out of you, maybe some sweat, and that's good. But also the toxins get wrung out of you. And that could be something you put in your body, something you ate, or it could be something you hold in your body, attention. It could be stress or fear or doubt, uncertainty. Twist those things out now. This is the time. Notice how your breath feels in the twist. When you breathe in and expand, and when you breathe out, you can compress a little more. Take one more slow breath. Inhale, come back to center. Uncross your legs and take one breath here in the middle. Before you switch sides. Cross your other leg over, let your legs fall that way. Maybe your head goes back the other way. Twist. Wring out whatever's holding you back. Whatever energy is stuck within you, let that go. Because the truth is, if you're able to let that go, what you're really doing is creating space for these new opportunities in this new world. You won't find them if you're holding on to fear. That's the opposite of hope. See that? Yeah? So let go of any energy that doesn't really serve your higher purpose. Connect with your breath. Good. Take one more slow breath. In, out. Untwist. Uncross your legs. And now take your feet really wide. Bring your knees together. Piriformis stretch. And if you don't feel much of a stretch, take your feet wider and wider and wider until you do feel a stretch. And then bring your knees back to neutral. Bring your feet so that they're on the edges of your mat. Maybe take your arms up overhead and drop both knees to one side. See if you can find a full body stretch from your top knee all the way to your armpit, all the way to your fingertips. And then switch sides. Stretch from your knee to your armpit to your fingertips, a full side body stretch. We wrung out the toxins and we're returning to create more space for our breath, for our power, for all the opportunities that wait for us right now. And then we'll windshield wiper back and forth a few times. So inhale to center, exhale other side. Inhale up, exhale other side. Follow your breath slowly back and forth. We'll go one more each side. And then once you've evened up your sides, come back to the center. Waterfall. So you can sit on your hands and take your feet up. If you have the block, use the block. Put it under your lowest spine. And take your feet up. So there's a sweet spot, and it's lower than you think it is, but You have a few vertebrae at the end down there that are fused together, your sacral spine, that makes a flat pad. And it's quite comfortable once you get there. It is extremely uncomfortable if you're not there. So if you're not in that sweet spot, move the block lower and lower down your back until you find it. Take your feet up, waterfall. Just for a moment, imagine your body as the waterfall. Like your feet could be the rocks, the cliff at the top. And imagine the water spilling down your legs. And your belly is like the pool at the bottom of the waterfall where all the water swirls together. And then your arms are like the rivers that flow. And each drop of water is another being. A human being, your favorite assistant, cat. We're all in this together. We're all flowing through this uncharted river of life together. We have to trust the process that we'll figure it out, and eventually one day, everything will be right. But it's important that you know that you're not alone. There are billions of other water droplets, just like you, flowing down the waterfall, trying to find their way. Bend your knees, remove your block, wrap your arms around your legs, give yourself a big old self-love, full body hug, and then rest to Shavasana. Lay down, lay flat. If you want, you can close your eyes. And let yourself kind of melt. Let the parts of you that touch the earth feel supported and rooted, solid. And let the parts of you that touch the air, the sky, feel free, willing and open and adaptable. Yoga teaches us to be both powerful and peaceful, strong and also at ease. Rest the muscles of your face, your eyebrows, your jaw. Rest your throat. Let your shoulders melt. Let your arms be heavy and your fingers at ease. Relax your back and your hips and let your belly be soft. Rest your legs and your feet. Let your toes be at ease. Give yourself permission to rest, to be at ease, just for a moment.
when we rest like this at the end of yoga practice, what we're really doing is giving our body the chance to absorb, to soak in the benefits of our practice. So take a few more breaths here to soak in the energy you created with your practice. And then take a big breath in through your nose. Let it out your mouth. One more big breath in. Let it all go. Bring your hands behind your knees. And rock and roll, forward, backward, forward, backward, forward, backward, and make your way to a comfortable seat. You can sit on a block or a bolster or towel. Bring your hands to your heart. Sit up a little taller. Go out into your day. Continue to connect to your breath. And remember, trust the process. The truth is, you are not in this alone. We are all in this together. And if we stay with our practice, with our breath, in the work, one day, everything will be okay. Thank you for joining me today for Beginners Yoga. Together we say, Namaste.